What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video in the Ideal Auto Factory, where we talk about everything RCs and vinyl wrapping. Today, I have with me the TDP Pigeon or Pigeon, aka the Canadian Drift Chassis. This is a PE 1.1, so it's a little bit of revisions done to it, but I have the whole conversion chassis here with actual parts to put it together. I actually have the whole front end that they just released not too long ago called the IFS Direct Steering Front Bulkhead. I have the actual conversion chassis and all the parts to go and make it a full kit to drift with. Just need electronics. But without further ado, we're going to build this front end. Let's keep God first. Let's get into the video. All right, so I'm going to clear some things off. Have the chassis itself. There's instructions that go with this whole kit as well. And it's on this QR code here that you get with the front bulkhead. So I'm just moving things out of the way. It comes with most of what you need, meaning if you had a donor chassis that's a YD2 and you bought the conversion chassis, you would have everything you need. Right now, I have all the stuff that comes with the conversion chassis. And then I just basically bought parts separately to go ahead and put it together. Like for the gearbox, I got the actual aluminum idler gears instead of buying a whole gearbox with the stuff in it. They give you bearings. TDP gives you bearings, and I ended up buying my own as well to go with the idler gears. I have suspension pins. Yeah, it's all there. So the instructions, the whole build, this is one of the ones that I was really excited about getting. I've been holding off on owning one of these because I haven't really got a chance to talk to anybody who's ever designed a chassis that went mainstream. And I've been able to actually talk to over Instagram, talk to the designer of this specific chassis. So that's been really cool. I have one flaw, I should say, and that just, to me, that makes it more real. When you have flaws, it shows that there's a place where learning can take place, or you find out what a company is actually made of. So this piece right here, I'll show you here. Can you see that little divot in it? It's right there, the little divot right there. That's not supposed to be there. Neither is a couple of other little mistakes on this one. You see another one right here. Those aren't supposed to be there. And when you pay good money for something, you're ashamed of yourself. Well, that's odd, right? So, of course, I messaged the owner of the actual chassis, the designer, I should say, and within, I think it was like less than an hour, I already had a notification that a new one of these was shipped and will be on, and it's on its way. Now, that is customer service. That is not only customer service, that shows that you care about the product that you give out to people. And on top of that, you actually want someone to have a good experience with what you design. So major props to them. Top-notch customer service, top-notch quality. This is literally the only piece that threw me off. And it just also shows that the chassis went through some hands, you know what I'm saying? Not like it just went in the factory and it like popped out and boop, here you go. Like, this is actually real. Like, someone designed this and now it went mainstream. Like, that's all there is to it. So that's my first impression, and I'm 100% for it. I'm 100% for this chassis. And now let's just build the front end. Let's get it to it. All right, so the front end consists of these toe blocks here. I'm gonna move the rest out of the way. Pretty much all the black pieces, other than the gearbox. So 2, 3, let's move that out of the way. 4. Definitely gonna be able to get the lower half done. 5, 6. And look at that. You got a nice setup there. The front half of the arm. That's the lower arms at least. These are the upper arms going like MD1 style, or shall I say just totally new concept because TDP designed that. And then you have your IFS rockers or cantilever rockers. And then we're going to put this together too, and then of course I'll take it apart when the new one comes in. Look at that. You get your own fan cover. I'm going to read some instructions and get back on here, and you should see some parts get installed. First step is complete. I was told to put bearings in here. I was able to do that by hand, and you can see there's a little, it's loose enough for it to come out, but tight enough for it to not just fly out of there. So, see? Very smooth. On to the next part. Now all the bearings are gone. That bag is completely empty now with the bearings. And we have bearings in this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece. On to the next part. All right, up next we have the, oh, missing one. We have the upper arm for the front. So it takes a grub screw in there, a little circle in there, and there. Then we have a rod in, and I'll be honest, I didn't get this piece here. I always wanted to try to see if a certain part would do that, but also here is the 2 5mm screws, one here and one there, and it says don't tighten them. So this is the end result, and then over here is the parts that you need. So TDP stuff, Ideal Auto Factory stuff. This is a piston for a damper, or a rod for a damper, and then this is heat shrink, and then back to TDP stuff. So I'm going to make this again by moving that a little further back, about right there, and then that's what you get. That's your outcome. Now we have 2 top arms and 2 lower arms built. They are ready to go. And now we're going to use these screws. We're going to get these toe blocks over here and put something bolted onto the chassis. Here we have the whole front lower half mounted up. And as you can see here, there's play there. Now what I'm going to do, I got to go into my bag, but I think I have the spring that would go there from the Rhino setup to make that nice. So let's see what I got. I'll be back. And just like that, we have incorporated now Rhino Racing into the mix with the spring-loaded suspension setup here. Looks good. I like it. Now that we have that, let's move on to the next step. And these do, they handle their own weight there. And now we have a servo installed and servo horn. We have the aluminum rockers. This is like all on one page too, so pretty cool. Got my trusty old Theta servo there. Nice little package right there. Nice package. One, two, three, 4 screws. 1 screw here, 1 screw there, and then 2 down here. This is what's next. I had to screw this carbon fiber piece onto this metal aluminum part. And there you see again the little flaw, but a new one is on the way. And now we have it set up like this. About ready to get the party started here. Use the back half of the shock pliers to squeeze those on. And then there you have it. We are starting to shape up now. Look at that. Got this piece on now. It just slides on. And then we have pretty much an MD1 upper half right there. They do float on their own again. This one's a little slower than this one, but I don't think it'll be that big a deal. All right, on to what's next. So next it says to tighten these screws right here, this one and this one. I didn't have to tighten them at all. It works without them being tight. As a matter of fact, look at that one staying put, and then I loosen it up and it's back to normal with my hand. So I may just take the screws out of each side till it works itself apart, I guess. I don't know. So I jumped the gun a little bit. Here in the back, we have two parts that come together. There goes one, this one, and then this one. And then this is a longer screw to attach all of it, but this piece is threaded. So you have two threaded pieces. You have this part that's threaded and that part. But surprisingly, it threads through both smooth and fine. So now the whole front bulkhead is assembled and I can place it on the chassis. And there we have it, fully set up. That itself is wild. But look at that. Got a little flaw there. And I want to say flaw, probably not flaw. I don't know. Just push it back in. That shouldn't come out anymore, hopefully. Let's check the back half too. Wow. That is just wild. What? The chassis is stable and the front end is doing all kinds of stuff right now. I am blown away by that. I am blown away. What? That's called innovation right there. Not one chassis I've owned does that. What? So in the kit was all of this and this as well. So I don't know what this is for, but maybe it'll come into play later. This will conclude today's video of the TDP build. I have these knuckles here for the front, or those knuckles right there for the front. We'll see which ones we use. Not only that, I'm still blown away at this. I mean, this setup is just wild, man. The dampers are in the mail. Bought those a while ago. Waiting on someone to ship them. No rush though. Got plenty of things to do till then. Oh man, that is just, I'm blown away. Right there, that was all worth it. Wow. What? Wow. Of course, to mount all of that, you needed to put the screws at the bottom. So, yeah. Oh, and thanks for having an extra clip. Much appreciated. All right, that concludes today's video. Hey, keep God first. I will catch you on the next build. This has been part 1 of the TDP build, and this is the front end IFS front bulkhead.